In Revelation 12, verses 7 and 9, and Isaiah 14, verses 12 to 15, it says that Satan has been kicked out of heaven. Can you explain why you believe Satan is still in heaven?
Because the words that says that Satan has been kicked out of heaven is not there. It is something that is assumed, but it is certainly not there in the scriptures. If we go to Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12, it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the grounds, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mountains of the congregation, the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the grave, and to the sides of the pit. Thou shalt be." It doesn't say has been, thou shalt be. Yet thou hast, then they that see thee shall narrowly look on thee and consider thee, saying, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake the kingdoms?" And as we go on to the end of the chapter, we see that this is a future event right there. Now, all we do is go to Revelation chapter 12, and for this we will open up the chronological gospels, and we see first of all that this is a parenthesis that begins in chapter 12 verse 1 and continues on and goes all the way to Revelation chapter 15 verse 5. And this is important to understand as we go through the book of Revelation, that there are several parenthetical sections in here that show cause and effect, and this one will be very obvious to you. In chapter 12 verse 1, "There appeared a great sign in the heavens, a woman clothed with the sun, the new moon beneath her feet, and above her head a crown of 12 stars. Being great with child, she cried, agonizing in labor, and about to give birth. There appeared another sign in heaven. I saw a great red dragon, having 7 heads, 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon its head. Its tail drew the third part of the stars of the heaven and cast them to the earth. The dragon stood before the woman who was about to be delivered in order to devour her child as soon as it was born. She brought forth a man-child who was to rule over all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up to Jehovah and to his throne." So here we see a parenthetical here that it goes all the way back to before the birth of Yeshua, all the way to when he is caught up to the throne. So it entails his entire life right there. And then, speaking of the war in heavens, chapter 12, verse 6, "The woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared by Jehovah that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. They did not prevail, neither was their previous place recognized in heaven anymore. The great dragon was cast down, that old serpent called the devil and house of Satan, who deceives the whole world. He's cast down to the earth. His angels were cast down with him. Then I heard a loud voice proclaiming in the heavens, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of Jehovah and the power of the Messiah. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our Elohim night and day." And this is exactly what we see in the book of Job, where the sons of God came to present them before the Almighty, and Satan came, the accuser of the brethren, accusing Job. His authority has not been stripped from before the throne. And this is what we see Yeshua doing, stripping Satan's authority over the title deed of this world. He still has the authority and the ability to accuse the brethren night and day. And it says, now we jump ahead to verse 13, "When the dragon realized that he was cast down and confined to the earth, he persecuted the woman who brought forth the man-child. The woman was given 2 wings of an eagle that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place prepared, where she is nourished for a time, times, and half a time from away from the face of the serpent." And so we see the very same linguistics that's used, the same time frame in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, times and a half of 12, which is 1,260 days, 3.5 years, or 42 months. And this is speaking of the end of the age. When Satan is cast down, he goes to war, to make war against the woman and against those. Let's read it. So in verse 17, "So the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed that keeps the commandments of Jehovah and has the testimony of Yeshua Messiah." And so this is a future event that has not yet taken place. And when it happens, that is when the revealing, the apocalypsis, the parousia of the anti-Messiah that we read about in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 in following.
Well, that explains more than one thing, because that explains also that the 3.5 years is not what Yeshua spent on this earth.
Oh, that's right. The whole idea of a 3.5 year ministry is a fabrication of Eusebius in the 4th century, denying over 300 years of consistent testimony without one dissenting opinion for over 300 years that Yeshua's ministry was about 1 year. But because he had to find a solution in his mind to the messianic prophecy that is recorded in Daniel chapter 9, he came up with a 3.5 year ministry, which is completely ludicrous.